Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into something I think affects almost everyone trying to grow, personally or professionally. It's about unlocking your breakthrough by overcoming those obstacles.
Yeah, and what's great about the sources we looked at is this core idea. You're not actually failing, you're not there yet. It's a powerful shift in perspective.
It really is.
So our mission today is basically to unpack those common blockers, the things that hold people back, and figure out how to navigate them effectively. We want you to leave feeling like you can take action.
I love that not there yet idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are these big blockers the sources highlight? Let's unpack that. How do we actually break through? First up, our materials really point to mindset blockers. And this covers things like, self-doubt, constantly second-guessing yourself,
Yeah.
and that really big one, the fear of failure.
Yeah.
It can feel, paralyzing.
Absolutely. And what's fascinating, the core message here is something like your biggest enemy isn't the failure itself, it's the fear of trying.
That's powerful.
It really makes you think, right, where does that resistance actually come from? Often it's that anticipation of struggling or what others might think. It stops you before you even start.
Yeah, and tied into that, there's the comparison trap, isn't there? Measuring your own kind of messy, real journey against someone else's perfect-looking highlight reel online.
Oh, totally. And the sources point out it's not just discouraging, it actually steals your focus. You start chasing what they're doing instead of focusing on your own progress.
Right, your own path.
It's a major energy drain.
Okay, so that's the internal stuff, the mindset. But what about, our actions? The sources move on to talk about lack of consistency. We start off with great intentions, all motivated, but then it's hard to stick with it. We end up chasing that feeling of motivation instead of, building discipline.
That's such a key point. And the tip offered is actually pretty simple but powerful. Start with just one small keystone habit.
Okay, like what?
Well, it could be anything, really. Waking up just 15 minutes earlier to plan your day, maybe journaling for 5 minutes, reading a few pages, just something small and consistent. The idea is that one consistent action can sort of ripple outwards. It builds momentum for other positive changes.
Makes sense. And alongside consistency, there's often no clear goals. If your ambitions are vague, the results are going to be vague too, right? You just end up drifting.
Exactly, adrift. So the action step they suggest is really practical. Write down your main goal, really write it down.
Okay.
But then, and this is the important part, break it down into weekly actions. Concrete things you can actually do each week.
So not just launch project, but spend 2 hours on research this week.
Precisely. It makes the big ambition feel less overwhelming and more actionable, bite-sized steps.
Gotcha. Okay, what else? The sources also hit on external stuff, like external distractions. We all know those. Endless scrolling.
Oh, yeah.
And also toxic influences. Negative people or environments that just suck your energy and your belief in yourself.
And the advice there is pretty blunt, actually. Create boundaries. You have to protect your time and your energy, your future depends on it. Because, it kind of does.
That's a strong way to put it. Protect your focus.
Yeah. You have to safeguard that mental space for what actually matters for your growth. Distractions aren't just annoying, they literally steal your progress.
Okay, final big hurdle they mention. Unrealistic expectations. Success doesn't happen overnight, does it?
Nope. The material calls it a slow burn, which I think is a great description.
Yeah, me too.
Expecting those instant results, that's a fast track to burnout and, giving up.
So how do we counter that?
Well, the reframe they offer is simple, but really helps. Progress is invisible at first. Keep going.
Like planting a seed.
Exactly. You don't see the roots growing underground, but that's where the essential work is happening. It reminds you that things are happening, even if the results aren't obvious yet.
Okay, this next part really ties it all together nicely. The power of yet. This little word. The sources say it's like a trigger for a growth mindset.
It absolutely is. It's a reminder that where you are now isn't the end of the story. It's not your final destination.
Right.
When you say, I haven't figured this out yet, or I'm not good at this yet, it completely changes the frame. Suddenly there's possibility.
It shifts from failure to learning.
Precisely. You're still learning, you're still growing. It takes away the finality of, I can't, and opens up, I'm on the way. It's incredibly empowering, that tiny word.
So, wrapping this up,
Yeah.
what does this all mean for you listening right now? I think this deep dive really shows that whatever challenges you're facing, probably not the end. It might just be the start of your breakthrough.
Yeah, the sources encourage us to, reflect on this stuff, maybe reset our approach where needed, and then rise to the challenge. And there's this great final thought. Success doesn't rush. The greatest reward is becoming who you had to become to get it.
I like that. It's about the journey, the transformation. Okay, so here's a final thought to take away from this deep dive. What's one belief you hold, or maybe one small habit you have that you could change today? Like right now. Something to help you embrace this journey and get closer to whatever success means for you.